Okay, is we in the building now or what? We in the building, guys? Cause I just messed up. But again, what's going on? I appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out to Donnie, the sports guy, letting me know that I did not have any audio. But let me know if I got audio now. If you in here, let me know if the audio, what's going on with the audio. I'm using something a little different, little makeshift microphone, like I'm on the news. Chilling, bro. Chilling, bro. Does something mean that we got good audio, we got good quality. We in here. Same to you. Thank God it's Friday. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice cold uh beverage. Okay, loud and clear. I appreciate that. What's going on? We got MPT in the building, Michael Peppertech, another YouTube tech creator. So if you here for the YouTubes and you here for the tech, you might want to check out Michael Peppertech. But yeah, for sure. I just kind of, you know how I do. You know how we just going to tap in and talk about a couple things I see going on in the tech community, and we're not going to jump right into them because I'm trying to let a couple folks get in here, maybe 5 folks get in here because I'm not looking for a whole bunch of folks. This is a small little live podcast. That's what I call this thing. If you in here and you watching, I appreciate if you hit the like button. But today we're gonna be kind of talking about these brands, man, and brand loyalty and like what you expect from a brand. And I see a lot of people when it comes to like tech YouTube, tech Twitter, whatever. Just people that's really into technology, man. I see a lot of us defending our favorites. We do a lot of defending what we like. Sometimes we can be a little defensive for no reason about our favorite brands. And at the same time, also, I see a lot of us, sometimes we defend our purchase. Like me, I know at times I'll defend my purchase. Like I'll say something or I'll have to make something seem like, I'm not gonna say I make something seem like it's better than what it is, but when you buy something and you use it and you think it's good, like it's sometimes it can get to like your pride, like, oh, I feel like I got the best thing or whatever. But a lot of it, like sometimes people do. I see a lot of people defending that purchase. I've been caught up in times where I've defended my purchase, but of course, like me and myself, I'm really, when it comes to tech and things of that nature, like I really don't do that anymore, guys. Like I really want to hold these brands accountable. Like the brands that I spend money with, like I want to actually hold them the most accountable. Like I want to really, I want them to do the best job. So the best thing that I can do as a consumer is hold the brand accountable. Like I like a S24 Ultra. If it's something wrong with the S24 Ultra, and if I got the platform or the forum to say it's some things I don't like, I'm going to speak on the things that I don't like about the device. I'm not going to say it's the best device because it's the device that I bought or the device that I'm sharing with my audience on YouTube. No, I don't do stuff like that. But okay, let's get Michael Peppertech says the dbrand stuff is interesting, sparks some frustration with people certain terms been thrown around too loose. Yeah, for sure. We're gonna get into that, MPT. We definitely gonna get into that because it's definitely something for us to think about. Because actually, at the end of the day, even though these companies are multi-million-dollar companies, trillion-dollar companies, $100,000 companies, we still hold the power. We still the people. We still the consumer. Shout out to Rep. Shout out to Rep in the building. He said, I do that with Google Pixel phones. What's your favorite phone brand if you had to stick with one? Like, honestly, just like I said, I'm a lot of my videos. I like Samsung. I like one. Like now, I really like One UI. So like, I used to like Samsung, but I liked everything else too. Like I was big on HTC. My first phone brand that I love was my first real experience with Android that just got me hooked on the Android was the HTC Thunderbolt from Verizon. It was like their first 4G LTE device or whatever. But I will say this, right? I moved on to Samsung because HTC shut down, And I just like One UI now. Like, it's really good. I've been like One UI. I've been a fan of the Note since the Note came out. So like my typical go-to device, the big body device that I want to use, the device that I would pick if I had to pick up one device a year from, for years, it would have been like Notes and Ultras. Like that, I got the S24 Ultra now. That's just my type of device, honestly. The S Pen, the One UI, like I'm wrapped up in that. I'm just keep it G with you. I'm gonna keep it honest. But yeah, I hope that answered your question, my guy. MPT. I have noticed it seems like we either have to say all companies suck or they're all great. Can't praise some and be crucial of others. We'll call sheep, knights, or pixel fans or whatnot. For sure. Like it's definitely a line in the, like, we can find our place in the middle, because all of this stuff is for us to use. It's not for us to get used. It's for us to use. So we can use a brand, appreciate a brand, or appreciate the product that they make and use it and go ahead with our day without really taking a real stance. Because guess what? Because if I take a stance on a brand, it don't mean that it come with a paycheck. They're not going to give me any extra money. They're not going to give me any products for free. So what do I actually get out of that? You know what I mean? They're the ones with the millions of dollars. Donnie, my guy Donnie says, yeah, man, I camped outside of Best Buy for the HTC. Bro, I was HTC. I had some of the best phones ever on Android, HTC Thunderbolt. I remember my homeboy had the HTC Evo, and that used to get updates fast. I used to be jealous because he was doing Sprint. If you remember, the HTC Evo was a Sprint phone. Then I went to the HTC. I had a Resound. Then the HTC Droid DNA. That's a mic drop phone right there. The Droid DNA, y'all probably don't even know what I'm talking about, man, for real. Like, y'all not Android heads like that. We all was rooting and ROM and HTC Droid DNAs and stuff like that. But let's get back to these companies, right? So when it comes to these companies, man, I feel like as consumers, we got to start drawing a line in the sand. It's not our job to defend these $1 million companies. They got lawyers for that. When they do something wrong or they do something out of pocket, if you don't like it, you don't have to support that company. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, we sitting here looking at like a dbrand. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull this up for y'all. Let me try to present something real quick. I'm gonna try to share my screen. I don't want to share too much of my information, but we're gonna get to it. Let me see. Share. Make sure ain't nothing going on. Ain't no, I don't want my social security number popping up. But yeah, as y'all can see, they took the original tweet down, but as you can see, it says, well, that escalated quickly. HTC, as you know, they jibber jabber. When you comment on their Twitter or their X, formerly known as Twitter, they'll talk a little junk to you. They'll say some crazy stuff. And it's kind of viral. It's kind of thing that everybody laughed at and things of that nature. But they kind of, disrespected someone's name. That person was of a, just had a different type of name because they, come from, I guess, I'm not the best with this type of stuff, guys, but I believe that person was a different culture, a different country. I think this person might have been from India, things of that nature. And everybody took it. It's like, whoa, they went too far. It was a little offensive. So they've said, yes, we made fun of a guy's name. It was a huge fumble. And I believe a fumble like that comes from people getting just too comfortable. I believe getting too comfortable, right? It's just a thing that happens with some of these brands, man. Like, they get too comfortable with playing with people because we go along with it. They think it's funny, and they just really just got too comfortable and too used to doing that. Somebody just took it a little too far. And once it's a thin line between love and hate. Y'all already know. There's a thin line between love and hate out here in these tech streets. But yeah. So they took it a little bit too far because they used to us laughing these things off and laughing about the responses that they give out on X. But it became, everybody took a little bit of an offense to it. So now they had to dial it back. Now, this is what they did. This is what they did do. We've been poking fun at customers on social media for over a decade now. We're not going to stop. But maybe next time you'll be the one who gets $10,000. So if you find it offensive, or if it goes viral for being offensive, then you can get $10,000. But I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that, because I'm not big on offending people, and at the same time, right? Like at the same time, it's not. Oh man, let me see. I'm trying to get my setup back right, and it's messing me up. Hold on, guys. There we go. But yeah, at the same time, right? It's really tricky. Like really tricky. When you become like $1 million business and you're dealing with people and you're dealing with things like if you never really worked in a workplace with a lot of people, or a big workplace that's under any like federal guidelines and things like that, like harassment and things of that nature are real. There's laws about it. You can offend somebody. And when you offend somebody, right? Like if I offend you, if I call you stupid, let's say I call somebody a derogatory name. Let's just say I call somebody dumb. I can't tell that person how they should feel. Like I could call you dumb and you could say, well, that made me depressed. And I'm like, well, that's not a big deal. People call me dumb all the time. I really can't say that. Like if somebody says something that has offended them, and their perception, it's all about a person that's offended perception. So, I mean, that's just what dbrand got going on, and that's just how they've been running their business. So we'll see how it play out. But what do y'all think about it, man? All right, they didn't mean anything. As West Indian myself, that was funny though. I mean, everybody take it differently. Like you take it differently. Everybody take things differently. Some people take things to heart more than others. So it's just like one of those things. The guy they poke fun at clapback was something about dbrand's robots. Must have been on the charges. I noticed nobody asked him if he was even offended, but were quick to pile on. Yeah, so when you do things publicly and when you do it in front of other people, it's like, okay, I see you doing this as $1 million brand to a person that may be, from the same culture as me, and actually, disrespecting this person's name, and now I'm offended. I'm offended by your work or business practices that you publicly sharing on, on whatever space, Twitter, X, social media, period. You offending people. So I mean, it's just one of them things, man. But my thing is this: now when dbrand and Casetify had the thing, like if you in here and you familiar with Casetify and you familiar what happened with dbrand and Casetify, what do y'all think about that whole situation? Like dbrand, everybody was like, forget Casetify. I'll never use a Casetify case again. I don't like Casetify. They stealing. They stole dbrand's idea. They stole Jerry Riggs' idea. This, that, and the third. And since that situation, right? Because now I will say, I've used a lot of dbrand cases. I work with dbrand. They haven't paid me, but they've sent me some things for free that I have shared on my YouTube channel. Now, what I will say about that is, right, the funny thing is, right, like, okay, dbrand is a big company, a lot of collaborations, Spider-Man, Stranger Things. dbrand is a very dope company, and they have some decent cases. I mean, they definitely high. They definitely some over the prices of the case are definitely top tier prices. They definitely charging the max for the Casetify cases. But as far as that one skin case, I don't think it it wasn't that, I don't think that make or that case didn't make or break Casetify as the case that everybody wanted, because Casetify really started out different. Casetify came around with like some more like masculine looking cases, but the cases at first were just like really feminine type cases. So the thing is, like, yeah, if you was never a fan, that's cool. But like, I wasn't like, I just didn't see why everybody was like, oh, I hate this brand. Like, somebody did make a mistake. I'm sure somebody at Casetify got fired when they picked that skin up, or when they used that print for their clear case. Because basically they just took that clear case that they make and put a print on there, and somehow somebody done copied the print from the same print that Jerry Rig made when I guess he scanned the phone. Now, do I think like that was just a major, like, I don't think making a skin to make it look like the inside of the case. I think there's enough creatives out here where you could have did that without even, it could have been way simpler than that, but somebody just really copied and pasted and messed the whole company over. Like, I don't think they was out like, yeah, we're gonna copy Jerry Rig stuff and then use our stuff. I think that was like one individual designer being lazy and like after the whole company over or whatever. But at the same time, Jerry Rig and dbrand sued Casetify. They made it super public. We're suing Casetify. We taking them to court. They copied our stuff, and it makes sense. That makes sense. If somebody steal my design and I sue them and I take them to court to get my reparations, that makes sense, right? But at the same time, my thing is us as just the consumers, like, we don't need to protect. We don't need to protect these $1 million companies, because guess what? If somebody break in my house right now, steal something, assault me, shoot me in the leg, right? If they do that right now, come to my house, do whatever, leave out, rob me, take everything that's in my house, leave out, they can still go into a store. Even if they found guilty, go to jail and get out of jail. When they go into the store, they can buy whatever case they want. The companies are still not going to stop selling their cases to that person. The companies are not going to defend us. This is a thing. This is a thing that we use. They got millions of dollars. Like, I'm just not into the defending the big brands. I'm just into holding them accountable when it's when it's time. I'm not really into defending them, man. Like, I see people really taking it personal, and it's like, bro, they not paying you. Like, they're not paying you. It's not, you know what I'm saying? So you don't need to attack Casetify. You don't need to attack dbrand. You need to let those people and let those businesses, do whatever it is they do, because, at the end of the day, a lot of us try and get where they at, millionaires. But yeah, all right. So let's go take it to the comments. Donnie, never been Casetify fan. That camera ring, Brandon, is mad girly. Wouldn't rock that case. I mean, yeah, it's definitely, the Casetify, the little ring around the cameras, it do hit sometimes a little different. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's slick. Especially, I done had some Casetify cases that had like dragons on the back that really matched the phone. Like, I'm in a coordination, so I've had some Casetify cases on like some different Pixel phones and my S23 Ultra that hit hard. I'm not gonna hold you. And it had the little Casetify branding, but I mean, it's just, they try and let you know what it is. But at the end of the day, that's how if you think it's girly, like, it's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? That's how you feel about it. That's how you look at it. And it's, I wouldn't be, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. You feel me? Like, that's how I feel. So I would never try oh, no, it's not like that. Like, I'm be like, yeah, I rock some Casetify cases, but I'm not going to try to tell you, oh, no, it's not girly. Like, no, it could be. You look at it as girly, I feel you. Michael Peppertech, the two sides of the coin approach is interesting to me. Why don't these huge companies work with smaller channels, but also they're big, so they should know better? See, I mean, and that's another thing. We in this tech game. Me and you, we got YouTube channels, and we reach out to these companies and things of that nature. And you know how it go. You might not even get a response to your email if you reaching out, yo, I got something going on. I got a YouTube channel. I want to feature your case. I'm doing S24 Ultra cases. They might not even respond. So the thing is, it's like, you know what I mean? It's just like, use it, take it for what it is, because they not defending you and they really don't care about you personally. So it's no need for you to defend them or care about them personally or whatever. Now, if somebody uses really bad ethics, if you see a company using really bad ethics, I understand you just not wanting to rock with them, like, for sure. But I'm not, like, me personally, even if a company doesn't do anything wrong, I'm not tied or tethered to any company unless they giving me some, unless we got a brand deal going or something, unless it's in a contract or something. But me, I'm just going with the flow. I don't think we can ask for big companies to act as though they aren't big and work with people, but also act. Hold on. let me get myself together. I don't think we can ask for big companies to act as though they aren't big and work with more people, but also act as they are big and should know better. My thing is, I'm not out here to beg companies. Like when I like as far as my tech channel go, eventually, like I feel like if I keep doing what I'm doing and just going in my direction, and it's a certain pride I take, and yeah, I fund most of the stuff. Like, yeah, I do get some cases and stuff, but everything that's on my channel is self-funded. So it's my opinion. And it's a certain sense of pride that I get where is everything is not a commercial at the same time, and there's a lot of companies that probably overlook me now, but eventually, like, you know what I'm saying, like I aspire to be in a position where one day these companies are going to be contacting me. They're going to want to work with me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just building what I have to the point where it's like, okay, you didn't see me, but you see me now, and now you want to work with me, and then it'll be on my terms. So I like having, it's cool to work with companies and stuff like that. But at the same time, like I look at a lot of tech channels and I don't want to be a commercial. I don't want to turn into a commercial for real, honestly. What's going on? Tech for Your Needs is in the building. Another content creator that you could check out. Michael Pepper Tech. I'm surprised some of these companies I had wanted to work with when they reached out have wanted some unethical stuff. Yeah, like they'll do that. Companies will try you. Like, they know we small content creators. They know you don't have an infinite amount of money to just buy accessories and buy phones. So they prey on that. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna send you an Amazon product, or I want to send you the money, you buy the Amazon product. It's a lot of little stuff that they do, and sometimes you just gotta stick to your guns. Like, really, like I've noticed, like companies that come back around, man. Like when companies come holler at me and they holler at me the wrong way, they really, they want me to jump through some hoops or whatever. A lot of times I will respond to the email, and I will respectfully decline them. I respectfully decline them, and then when when the company see that you're a content creator and you can respectfully decline them, and that you're not just you just not jumping through any hoops that they want for a free product. When they come back around, they'll come back around like they got some sense. And if they don't come back around, they don't probably want the company that you needed to work with like that any day. Like, at the end of the day, let me get some tea, guys. I'm going through a little something, little sinus. But at the end of the day, right, honestly, I'm really like, I'll sit down and come up with all type of ideas for content that don't involve buying products. So my channel can sustain without, if a company don't holler at me to, I'm gonna always have a cell phone. So there's always content to be made. So I always encourage any content creator to really sit back and think of ideas and ways to make content that don't always involve emailing companies and trying to work with companies. And if that don't work out, you having to spend your money on products and accessories all the time. It's so many different types of, what's on my phone, top apps, so many different types of content that you don't have to spend any money. It's so many different ways that you could speak on, react to different tech videos, react to what's going on in the tech world, and don't sit here and try to build a brand or YouTube off of consumerism and spend all your little extra hard-earned money just on tech goods just to put on YouTube. Really sit back and think about some, use your brain and think of some clever ways to make some content that's not all about you spending your dollars. But also, as far as that dbrand situation, we had Marquez Brownlee respond. He responded to dbrand, and I believe he said he was going to stop working with them. I'm not sure if it was indefinite. I know he wanted them to do something, or was something that he wanted done, because I guess maybe, that's good for him sticking up. If he felt like something was morally wrong, because I know MKBHD makes money with dbrand. He's been sponsored by them for sure. I'm sure dbrand done sent MKBHD some big checks. So if he's seen something that he felt like was morally wrong, now that's not my decision, but I'm just saying, if that man seen something that he felt like was morally wrong and he decided to put that check that dbrand sent him second to what he thought was wrong, that's a W. That's a W. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all think? Like, do y'all think that, you know, if you get in a position and you got a YouTube channel and you making tons of money and you see something that you don't like, could you actually put your morals and principles before the money? I'm gonna always put my morals and principles before the money. So I could totally respect that. Whatever the situation is, whatever happens, I respect when somebody can be like, you know what, I wasn't feeling that. I don't think that's right. I'm putting my morals and situations before my morals and my feelings, you know, before this money that y'all sending me. Y'all gotta do right, you know. And I think one thing that I think is cool is I think it's cool that he stood up for somebody that wasn't of his ethnicity or culture. You know, like we all have our own ethnicity. I don't really like to dive into this conversation that much. It's all about the tech, but I'm just saying, like, we all have different ethnicities and cultures, and what bring us together is technology. We like the technology, but at the same time, it's like we understand, you know, maybe what we go through in our ethnicity and culture. So with that is also, but that understanding, you can also have empathy for the next person. And I like that. Like, you know what I mean? It make it feel like a real community when somebody like of his stature, you know, of his pay grade in this tech situation steps in and say, listen, I don't like that you disrespected this person, even though this is not, you know, it's not my ethnicity, my culture, but it's still a person with that ethnicity and culture. And I feel like it's disrespectful and you need to make that right. So I think that's dope. I don't know what y'all think, but I think that was just, you know, somebody standing on that morals and principles in times of right now, everything that people want right now, like just a lot of these spaces, social media period, is being destroyed by engagement farming. It's being destroyed as everybody want to have a hot take. Everybody, all negativity sells. So somebody that's want to be, you know, stand up for another person in a way for, outside of, you know, just not worried about, you know, what it costs them or whatever. I think that's dope. When it seemed like we losing all our morals, you know. But yeah, I think we got a little let me see. I think we got a little exchange here between dbrand and Marquez Brownlee. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna take a look at that. You know, I'm gonna present that to y'all. Again, if you in here, man, go ahead, like the video, man. Share the video, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all coming through. Like I said, whenever I know I was supposed to be on at 2:00, but that did not work out. Sometimes that's just how things work out. They don't work out, but you know, because I couldn't be right on when I wanted to be on, sometimes I'll be like, you know what, forget it. But I said, nope, not today. I don't care if it's 4:00. We getting in there. But as you can see, it was a little exchange. Actually, Marquez thanking dbrand. I've known y'all long enough to know no malice was intended, but some reflection goes a long way. Love to see it. Good to have you back. So that's dope. You know, that type of exchange right there where, you know, where things were fixed. And that's a good example for, you know, brands to show you that so you can still have morals and we can still meet in the middle. We can still have we can still not see eye to eye, and we can find a way to actually fix it or mend it. So I think that's dope. dbrand said, fair enough, we left the offending tweet. All right, I don't want to put everybody's business out there, but to say, fair enough, we left the offending tweet up because we didn't want to seem like we were sweeping this situation under the rug. We recognized that our original tweet went too far, and they just got comfortable because they've been doing this for a long time and created a platform for hateful disclosure. Given that we've already buried the hatchet, with, I'm not gonna mess up that I'm not gonna mess up his name, but because I can't, what is it, Buwan? Buwan, that's my best try. Were good to delete the tweet and be more mindful going forward. But shout out to dbrand, man. Shout out to dbrand, like Marquez said, showing growth. Now let's see. I got 6 people in here. Now, the way that this whole situation ended up, right? Like, can you put a 1 in the chat if you like that, how it ended, or put a 2 if you think it's still an issue? Like, if you like what was going on and how they really just had a whole how you say, like, it was called out, but at the same time it was cleaned up and it was all done publicly and all parties were, had come to an understanding. I like that, man. Like, I really like that. That was dope. So, all right. MPT is rocking with me heavy, so I appreciate that, MPT. Being behind the scenes as a creator, I've had my eyes open. I see big channels working with these companies, and it make me question those channels' integrities. Yeah, like no, I ain't butchered the name. Come on, give me a break. Give me a break. I'm sure I was close. But yeah, like, honestly, me as a content creator, yeah, I feel like you guys see the narrative, the way that things is just painted, man. Like, one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. One thing I'll never look at the same is a lot of commercials out here. Like, it was like, I've realized that a lot of YouTube channels, I'm not talking about small ones, I'm talking about ones hundreds of thousands into the millions of subscribers. It's a lot of them that are really just rolling out commercials. Like, I hate to watch, like, you might see a phone that you would love to have, that you really interested in, and you'll watch somebody present this phone in a way where they haven't used the phone, they have no interest in this phone. This is basically a check from Samsung or Google for them to include this phone in a video. And that really grinds my gears, because it'd be like, yo, if I could have this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I had this opportunity to get this phone before everybody else and really look into it, like, the amount, maybe because I don't have the videography skills and the editing skills to make the best video or better video, because I feel like a lot of the best YouTubers, they don't really, in their niche, they might not be super into their niche. Like, some people that's in the cell phone niche that are really just really good at making videos. They like videographers, but the cell phones are just their subject. The cell phones is just what they decided to use to make the videos. So they become really good at it and they doing that thing. But it's just like, bro, like, you don't even care. Like, I could tell, like, some YouTubers, they get some of these guys in the hundreds of thousands of the millions, they get a phone and you could see, like, this, like, man, I gotta get this over with. And there'd be a phone that you just like, man, I pre-ordered it. I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to try this. I can't wait to try this. And they like, yeah, look at this phone. Yeah, you could take a picture and hold on, stand still, and yeah, you can use this, and it has an S Pen, and yeah, but that was it. And the battery life was okay, but the phone doesn't have iMessage, so it is what it is. Like, and that's what that's now I see what I can see the difference between the actual real review. I respect real reviewers, especially, like, it's definitely big respect when somebody can still really give their genuine feelings or review on a device, and there's lots of money involved. Now, Marquez, I believe he's one of the people that can do that. And there's other people like a Tim Schofield or Flaws. They're going to always give you their authentic feelings. They like, yo, I'm not worried about this check like that. Like, I'm going to do the same thing that I've been doing since the beginning, and I'm going to voice my concerns, and I'm going to say what's dope, and we just going to leave it at that. So if you want to rock with me, you can rock with me. Yeah. Let me see. That makes sense. The product, yeah, the product is just basically the subject, man. You got some people that just really know what they're doing with these cameras, and they really know what they're doing with this editing software, and they can really just make it look aesthetically look good. And there's really no authentic or organic interest in the product. It's just a product, sponsor, showcase, and a review. Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, once I put a big check, if I'm a company and I'm gonna put a big amount of, I'm gonna write you a big check for a review, it's really, once they say this is sponsored by, like, they have to just give you basically what's good. Like, yeah, they're gonna downplay some stuff just to make it feel organic, but for the most part, it's not like, it's no real review. And it's getting played out to me. I see a lot of the biggest reviews right now, honestly. Like, I feel like it's just a lot of people in the tech space. Some of the most, I want to say, renowned or biggest platforms in the tech space are honestly just people, like, they're mostly, everybody uses iPhones. Like, you're not gonna convince me it's not too many people in the tech space that just don't use iPhones. Like, it's not a lot of native YouTube channels that's on a large platform that natively just use Android. Like, that's kind of rare. So, now we even getting these, like, you see it, like, some of the biggest, when you see a Pixel device review or you see a Samsung device review, the most views is going to come from somebody that say something like lifelong Apple user. And I don't like that. Sometimes I don't like that, because it's like, bro, like, I want to see somebody review a device that actually have a genuine interest. Like, I feel like we get to the point where people are actually reviewing devices, and it's almost like they find it cute to act like they annoyed. Like, let's say I'm BG Apple Life and I got 500,000 subscribers. And, yeah, iPhones only come out one time a year. iPhones come out one time a year. So that's when I'm going to get my phone content on one time a year. So that's not, if you're a tech channel, you have to sustain when it's not iPhone season. So you got to mess with S24 season, S season, Pixel season, all of that. You got to mess with the other seasons, but you got a large following of iPhone people that prefer iPhone. So when I review these other devices, I'm gonna step to my YouTube channel like, all right, guys, I gotta give up iMessage. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna try it. Like, they come with the review, like they depressed about the review, but really it's pandering to their audience, because their audience is all on iPhone. So their audience is like, yeah. Look, he's suffering on that Android phone. He's suffering. So that's what their audience get out of it. They like to watch it and like to watch it. Oh man, I don't have blue bubbles anymore. Oh, my friends hate me now. Like, that's how they sell it to their audience to get the views. It's like, I got an iPhone audience, so when I get this Android phone, I gotta disrespect it so people can actually rock with my review. Like, I believe it's something to that. And I was like, I don't know. What do y'all think? Like, yeah, exactly, man. Like, for real, them titles, like Apple fanboy switches to shaking my head. So yeah, bro. Like, I used to watch, it's some channels that I used to watch, and they OD'd on that stuff, and it's like, bro, like, I'm not respecting it. You know what I mean? If you're gonna review a device, like, step to it like like, just go ahead and do the review. And I understand, okay, we know that iMessage don't work with an Android device. Like, we knew that since what? How many years we knew that now? How many? 10 years, 5 years? We knew that for years now. Like, if you're gonna review a device, get a device a chance, bro. Like, get a device a chance. Like, I'm not really for all of that. Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, I can't, green bubbles. The group chat is messed up. I'm over that. Like, if you're not really, like, stepping to it, like, all right, let me see what this device is about. Because that's like, I've seen people step to reviews. Like, let's say we got a flip. I've seen people review flips and complain about having to open it. Like, that's how small-minded it's getting on here. I've seen somebody say, yeah, like, with this, you got to open it, but I guess it's a flip, so I guess that's the thing. Like, basically, like a iPhone would already, you could pull it out and use it, but this, you have to flip it open. Like, it's a flip. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? At that point, I'm cutting the video off. Like, you know what I'm saying? At that point, nah, all right. Yeah, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this frustration. All right, so Tech for Your Needs says review versus commercial are two different things. Yeah. You got to review somebody that's actually taking the device, using the device, and giving their authentic thoughts on the device. And then you got a commercial, somebody that's like, yo, I'm just about to go ahead and just say this. Because when you do a review on any product, a lot of times they'll send you like a media kit and they'll tell you the things that they want you to point out and the things that's good and the things that's new. So you can really just go off a script like, yeah, this has this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third. That's what they wanted me to point out. And they wanted me to take a picture and they wanted me to say that the battery life was good. All right, boom, it's done. All right, I'm done with that. Put this month S24 back in a drawer and let me get my iPhone 15 Pro, please, so I can use iMessage. But for real, yeah, but Michael Pepper Tech, they have been switching since 7 years ago and keep doing the iPhone user switches to X device or Samsung user switches to X device. Yeah, I mean, I ain't even gonna lie. Like I tried to put switching in a couple of my videos because I want, I'm not doing this like you. If you make videos, you want some engagement. You want people to watch your videos for sure, for certain. You know what I'm saying? So I've done that, but I've done it. I've been transparent. I've been the utmost transparent. Like I'm never going to give anybody a commercial and say, oh, well, this is that and this is that. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Even when I review iPhones, because I have many iPhone reviews on my channel. And I just, it's the certain things that don't work for me and the certain things that I say work for me. Like I respect, like, one thing for sure, two things for certain, I prefer Android. But as far as Apple and iOS and iPad OS and Mac OS, it's things that I really respect about Apple. It's things that I definitely respect about Apple, and I'll give it up to them. I'm not going to sit there and just act like it's the most annoying thing because I'm so immature. I want to make it seem like Android is everything. It's like I want, everything to come together and be the best of the best. Shout out to my guy Sean O in the building. I appreciate you coming through, my brother. One of the OG Team 100 VIP members. I appreciate you stopping through on this Good Friday. Hopefully we can have a good bottle of Hennessy before the day is over, and something good to eat. And maybe get out on these streets. We'll see. But MPT, I did some switching videos, but that's because I decided to finally actually swap my main SIM to another device and be transparent about it. Like for sure, like we gonna do it. It happens. Like, but see, I will give you this, Michael. I will give you this, my guy, Mike. You actually really look into the technology. Like I've seen you in a lot of places. I've watched some of your live streams. I've seen you interact in other live streams. I've, seen your videos. I've seen you on Twitter. You really have a genuine interest in just about everything. Like, and I'm the same way. I get it. Like if a new iPhone come out this year, I'm gonna get a 16 Pro this year. New iPhone come out, I'm grabbing the 16 Pro. I'm actually interested, even though I prefer, like I'm just a person that's interested in technology, period. I'm not a videographer. I'm not a photographer. I'm just somebody that's been buying smartphones for years. And even if I didn't have this YouTube channel, I would have all the tech stuff that I have now because that's just been a way of life for me. That's an interest that I had since a little boy. And you definitely got that just natural interest in technology. So when you speak to things and you look at things, you delve deep. And you know what I mean? I appreciate people like you in the tech space. Donnie, I like Apple, use them for securing my photos and financial apps. That's about it. Yeah, everybody use it for what they use it for. Listen, I'm in the Apple ecosystem. I use Luma Fusion on my iPad. I got an iPad Pro M2. That's how I make all my content. iPhone 14 Pro. Record my case videos, iPhone 14 Pro, airdrop to the iPad, edit it out of there. 4K quality, everything good, everything crispy, good presentation, quick, fast, in a hurry. Pull out my little MacBook Air, make me a thumbnail on Canva, and I'm good to go. Like I like that continuity for sure. Like it's something I like a little bit of everything about different products. There's some things that Apple do better than Android for sure, but I just find Android more interesting. I like the interface. I just like the use. It's like I could never I'm gonna be honest with you. My iPhone don't get no playtime. And if I'm recording a video, that's it. If I'm not recording the video, my iPhone is on the MagSafe charger. That's it. It's just sitting there. It's no situation and picking up a phone while outside recording a video that I really pick my iPhone up. Honestly, unless I'm communicating like with my wife or something like that, then it's, different. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, like I basically use it for, the iMessage, and I use it for shooting my videos because iPhone has a really good 4K video, and it does video really well, and it don't let me down. And I can record 4K, 30 frames per second, 20 minutes straight, however long I need, and I don't have an issue. So you know what I mean? So I just, so it is what it is, man. Like I'm always, I gotta open I always, like, my thing is, even at my age, I'm, mid 30s. I actually always try to remain a sponge and always try to keep learning. Like I never want to be that closed-minded person that think I know everything. I could take suggestions, I could take constructive criticism, but if you're gonna give me constructive criticism, at least be somebody qualified to give me constructive criticism. Because sometimes I don't like constructive criticism just from anybody. You know what I mean? Because some people just they think that's their job. They don't do anything. They don't criticize themselves. They just think their job is to go around and criticize other folks. And don't come at me, bro, for sure. But yeah, I have a problem. I buy one product from some other company, and I want to try it all. We are tech addicts, my brother. Yeah, for sure. I'm addicted. Like since I was a kid, bro. Since I started out having two phones. I had a Nextel and I had the Sidekick, and I was, it started from there. Then I went from that. Then I got involved with I had a Palm Trio. Like I had all the different type of stuff and Blackberries, all that. Then come up through Android. I didn't try iPhone. The first time I ever had an iPhone, I only had it for 2 weeks and I sold it. I ain't gonna lie. The first time I had iPhone, I had an iPhone 4S or 4. And like after, because I seen somebody had it in the out of box, it was looking cool. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a rock with it. And then I had it for 2 weeks and I was like, oh, I can't use this. I do not like this. And then around, like, I want to say iPhone 6S around iPhone 6 or 7, I bought an iPhone and an iPad the same day. And I started doing content maybe like a year after that. And I started using LumaFusion, and I was like, oh, once I seen this golden combination, I was like, oh, I've been every other year I get an iPhone and an iPad, because just as far as for me, for my little content workflow, because I gotta be able to have a quality, but at the same time I want to be consistent. And something that for me to be consistent, it can't be too hard. You know what I'm saying? Pause, no Diddy, you gotta make it easy, you feel me? So when I started realizing how good the video was on the iPhone and how easy I could just transfer it to the iPad and how good LumaFusion was, I was like, okay, that built the channel. If it's 1,300 videos on my channel, like if y'all in here, make sure y'all hit the like button, and if y'all not subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe. But if it's probably 900 of them is made by the iPhone, edited on the iPad, straight up and down. 800, you know what I'm saying? At least 70%. You feel me? But yeah, MPT says I use OBS instead of my iPhone for my second camera as a top down. I could just switch from the A6100 to the iPhone 15 Pro with one button. The continuity camera comes in clutch. Yeah, all that come in clutch. All of that coming. I was about to use the continuity camera because listen, I was late on this podcast today, on this live pod today. I was late, bro. Like and I had something else going on, and then I go to this the first time that I got to figure out what's going on. I just was like, I'm gonna do a quick stream. Normally, I'm trying to always go to OBS, but I was like, I'm gonna do a quick StreamYard because I do pay the $20 a month. I'm gonna do a quick StreamYard live stream. But then StreamYard, for some reason, when I got a Canon R10, I just plug in via USB, just a Type-C cable. But when I plugged it in, for some reason, the software, the Canon software on my MacBook was freezing, and I kept cutting it off, cutting it on, tried to reinstall it. I don't know what's going on. I got to figure that out after this. But I actually, this is the first time a MacBook done failed me at anything, bro. So I had to actually pull out, like, I had to actually get my gaming laptop and go off my gaming laptop. And I was like, wow, it's very rare you see a Asus, any PC laptop save a MacBook. Like, it's like, that was wild to me that just happened or whatever. But yeah, guys, man, we about 50 minutes into this thing, and I'm gonna take it to an hour. Drop down in the comments, man, what y'all want to talk about, what's going on with y'all, what y'all doing with the rest of the day. Because I hit y'all early, midday, share my thoughts, get my stuff off, and then we just we go from there. I'm not gonna be up late. I used to stream late. Me, Team 100. Shout out to all my guys, man. Shout out to Phone Tech at Work, Forbes Tech Review, RP3 Tech Review, Android Stud, and the Tech Gentleman, man. They not in the building, but I be trying to include them too, and they try to include me. I'm sure we're gonna have way many more times on camera, but I've been just getting these random streams in, and I like it. Like, what do y'all think so far as the random streams is going, and talking about like kind of like the hot topics in tech? What y'all, what's y'all feelings on that? I like your graphics. Oh yeah, I like your graphics for your live stream. They're on point. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Everything was brought to you by this stream is on stream, y'all. But everything I did on OBS last time, that was Canva. I did all that stuff on Canva, man. Shout out to Canva. That's the best $12.99 that you could spend a month. You know what I mean? Best $12.99 that you could spend a month for sure. But yeah, maybe we'll do some special guests. I don't know. But like, I'm gonna be reacting to different things that I see in the tech community. Like, for sure, if you're not subscribed, man, get subscribed, man. And if you ever just make sure you get subscribed and hit the like button. I'm trying to really get to 10,000 subscribers. I'm really like, maybe like, I want to say maybe like a year or two ago, I started really taking this content creation really serious. And me actually getting on really starting these live streams is me trying to tap in with my core audience. You know what I mean? I want to get to know people. I want to put faces to commenters and all of that, so we can really have a real organic connection, man. Like, because I don't have to have the biggest tech channel or whatever, but I really want to be tapped in. Like, I really want my following. That's why I call these LivePod. That's what I call it. Made up my own space, LivePod. This is called the LivePod, and it's called Tapped In, because I'm tapping in with y'all. Y'all tapping in with me, and we just discussing this good old tech. We're gonna keep it light, but we can talk about some other things too, of course. But I'm never here to hurt or offend anyone or say anything crazy. I'm just me personally, like, I'm a real laid back guy, man. I don't want to give nobody no hard way to go, because I don't want nobody giving me no fucking hard way to go, sure enough, because I don't think I could take it. But yeah, man, we in here for sure. My channel is growing, and I want to keep it growing. It's nice to bring guests from time to time. Yeah, tech for your needs. We got to hook up with something, my brother. I'll bring you on here, and we could chop it up. Tech for your needs again. Like I said, another good content creator. He's in that Apple space. He has a live stream also that he does. He was a big Clubhouse celebrity for sure. But yeah. But what do y'all think, man? Rest in peace, OJ. Also, man, that was crazy. That was unexpected. What else happened? What else is going on? Did Drake respond? Did Drake respond to Kendrick? Do y'all really respect J. Cole anymore? What is everybody current loadout? Like, when I say loadout, because I play that Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but what are y'all daily drivers? What's like y'all favorite piece of tech right now? What's everybody's favorite piece of tech? Put it in the comments section. Right now, as I'm rocking an S24 Ultra, and for real, honestly, between gaming and streaming, like, I'm really loving my little I bought this laptop last year, but I didn't really use it too heavy. ROG, the Asus Zephyrus. Like it's great for streaming and it's great for getting my Call of Duty on. So yeah, my S24 Ultra and my little Zephyrus, man, is gone. You know, right now, like I got a ghetto hookup right now. Look, I got a makeshift like I'm on the news. I got a tripod with just the plugged into my Zephyrus with the video mic go to, and this is a quality like this give you some quality audio, and you can download Rhodes software and use it with this. I don't have the Rhodes software on this laptop, but this is just plugged in the audio, and I'm handheld like I'm reporting live from Channel 5. But shit, it's nice to be okay. Make sure that you share a smile today. It might bring someone's day. Yeah, for sure. Uh, Tab S9 Ultra, OnePlus Open. Yeah, the OnePlus Open. That's a good looking device. That's a good looking foldable, and it don't have no crease or nothing. That's a slick boy. And that S9 Ultra, like I think that might be, with me not really being on a Z Fold 6 like that, that might be the next big thing I grab from Samsung. The next big tablet that come out. I ain't had a big tablet in a while from the Android side. I've been copying so many iPads because I just like the edit on my iPad. But with the Snapdragon processors getting so good, I gotta get on Android. I gotta try to I gotta get me a nice big Android tablet with the most powerful Snapdragon processor and get on LumaFusion and just do a couple different things. Like, because like I said, just like my iPad, I don't even touch my iPad just for editing videos. I just only use my iPhone to shoot videos, iPad just to edit videos. Like I won't even watch a YouTube video on my iPad like that. I'm just like that. So I just don't. It's just like iOS for me. For some reason, like as many iPhones as I've had, iPads and all that type of stuff, it still feels foreign because it's the Android in my blood. You cut me, I might bleed green. I don't know, but that's just really a thing, man. But yeah, sure enough, man, I appreciate everybody that's came through today for our little power hour just to chop it up, man. I'm glad that dbrand was able to just patch it up, man. Like I'm not defending no brands and I don't hate any brands. I'm just in the middle, buying what I like and spending my money with the people that's making the best products. You don't have to appreciate me. You don't have to know me personally. But if you got good products, I'll support you as long as your ethics is nothing too crazy and you're not going too crazy on nobody. I feel like dbrand just got caught up. They got so lax and so used to just talking a whole bunch of shit to people that they fucked up. They fucked up. But at least the thing is, when somebody messes up, man, and they just act like they didn't mess up, that's when it's a problem. That's when it's a problem, man. But when you mess up and you say, listen, man, we fucked up, we apologize, we fucked up, we gonna get it right. That's when people be like, okay, all right, we cool with that, bro. But yeah, that was they really did a solid sitting that guy out some bread, and man, you just let everybody know that they took it too far, and we can appreciate that. But it's your boy BG Tech Life, man. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. If you're not following me on Instagram, BG_Tech Life X, also BG_Tech Life, and Threads, BG_Tech Life. And if you on Facebook on the regular, go ahead and follow the Facebook BG Tech Life. Man, BG, I appreciate y'all coming through. I'm out. Peace.